How is it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back on the channel. This is EVlog coming to you. It is time for us to welcome back one of the interesting animes of all time. It's not as famous as Naruto. It's not as famous as Dragon Ball. It's not as famous as your mainstream anime. But whenever the name is mentioned, it does get recognition, and that is a fact. Wherever its name is mentioned, it gets recognition, and this is its third season. This is Record of Ragnarok Season 3. Now, towards the ending of the last fight, or let me just say last fight was Buddha versus Papayas, and it was a badass fight. And ever since then, I believe it's taken like what, a year or two? The anticipation on this season, let me just tell you that I have been away from whatever that has been going on Record of Ragnarok stocks far. I haven't even watched the trailer of this upcoming season, so I will be getting to know this character fresh as new, or the new characters that will be fighting. It will be really interesting to see how this season is going to play out based on the fact that you can just feel that the intensity, the destitute on the human side and on the God side is very high at this point. The state cannot be as high as it is right now. Without further ado, let's check out the next episode and see what took place. All right, let's get into it. Oh, this started exactly where we left off. This is Buddha. This started exactly the ending of the other fight. Yeah, remember when Zeus came and asked Buddha to side with the gods, and Buddha decided to fight for the humans, and that angered all the gods. I mean, they were livid, they were angered. Zeus was livid, Odin was livid, and Odin haven't fought yet. I was actually thinking that the next season it's going to be Odin and someone else. Odin hasn't fought yet. I would like to see him fight. Seems like Odin is not just sitting around and watching. He's behind closed doors doing something. Damn, they do look alike. Is that her twin sister or something? Definitely gotta be her twin sister. They do look alike. No, he's an imposter. This Meliodas kind of looking fella, Mr. Nostradamus. Am I the only one that think this guy Nostradamus looks exactly like Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins? Osamu said that the style has improved since the first season. Alright, I'm looking forward to it. Of course. Of course. So only few can be allowed to pass in and out, to go in and out as they please. Humanity Joker, the wild card. Yeah, I can just remember. I have that picture in my head when Zeus saw Buddha fighting for the humans. Him and Odin were furious. Oh, yeah, I remember this fight. Thor versus Lobo. It was one of the best fights. Adam versus Zeus actually was the best fights, if I'm not mistaken. You can let me know your thoughts. What fight so far is the best fight for you? This fight right here was the first fight on Record of Ragnarok. previews of the previous battles. Poseidon versus Rengok or Kyojiro, something like that. Kyojiro Sasaki, that's right. Hmm. Where do you guys rate this anime thus far? I mean, it's got to have its own rating at this point because this is its third season. Ooh, took his two arm off. And I forgot how that fight ended too. He caught him in. He shish kebabbed him. He cut him in pieces, man. Oh man. Oh yeah, Jack the Reaper versus was it Hercules? Yeah, Hercules. I forgot how this fight ended. Who I believe he was Jack the Reaper won this fight, if I'm not mistaken. Now I remember during this fight there was a lot of debate on who is going to win this fight, knowing the full fact that Jack the Reaper is a human or was a human, and all he has to defend himself with was knives. How will he be able to withstand someone like Hercules, whose strength is just enormous? But to my greatest surprise, Jack the Ripper defeated Hercules. Shiva. Damn, took his head off. And the list goes on. Randgrus reminds me of a name from Black Clover. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is this episode important? I think it is. I mean, for me, I think it is important to kind of give me a brief rundown. But it's not that brief because this whole thing has taken, I believe it's going to take the whole episode of the first episode of this season. That's quite a big sword. When I first saw Buddha for the first time, it was the opposite of my imagination. You know, because when you hear that name, we all know what the resemble of Buddha looked like in the image of him that I've seen. It is literally the opposite. Qin Shi Huang, Hades, Qin Shi versus Hades. Alrighty, now guys, I think I'm gonna go make some tea because I'm a little cold because I'm just actually coming from outside. Now I'll be back. Let me make some tea and continue this reaction. So give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. So we are done with the recollection, and now it's time for the real battle, or let me say the final battle, to commence. I had to change as well because I'm feeling a little bit chilly here. Why hasn't he fought yet? He is the god of war indeed. Why hasn't he fought yet? Interesting. This was before the next announcement or the next god chose to get in and fight. Oh, he's mad. He is mad. He is not happy at all that Poseidon was defeated. Dead or alive. Glay. Quite a nice theme song or a nice opening song for this season. King versus King. Isn't it the same guy? Or the one that disguised as her? No, Nomidostos or something. Is he gonna fight? Is this guy going to fight, or is he just here, just, as a fill-in? King of the beginning of all things. I am beginning to not take this Aries seriously, because based on that name alone, why hasn't he fought just yet? This is a disappointment of a name. And his looks at the same time does not represent the name itself. The name Buddha, I was thinking that it's gonna look like the image that we all know of his image, but Buddha looks way better than Aries right now. Maybe I'm just saying this because I haven't seen him fight. He's just sitting down like a pup, watching on. He's a human though. Did he just sat down in Hades' seat? Yo, he flipped him. Again. He made him bleed. Who is this guy? He made him bleed. That is quite a confidence. Quite a confidence. He's not scared in any way, shape, or form. Now, I gotta say, Aries thus far has been trash. Aries has not literally. He flipped him again! Spooky! This Aries is an embarrassment to that name. Literally an embarrassment. His name itself is a god of war in its purity. And he hasn't fought yet, and he's just sitting there looking like a fill-in. Ouch. I don't like the way they are doing Ares' character, man. He should have been so much more. He should be so much more. How in the blue moon do they give Buddha such a a good character build up and everything, and when it came to Ares, they made him look like trash. I don't understand. Ares is looking like a loser right now. Literally a loser. Look at him hiding behind the doors. Ares' character thus far is trash. How will this guy fare with against Hades? I don't know. Okay, I believe it's about time. I gotta say that when it comes to entrance, Zoot's entrance tops every other entrance thus far. Let me know what you guys think when it comes to entrance. Zoot's entrance on the first season was just outstanding. They literally rolled out a red carpet for this emperor. Oh, let me guess, he's the one that built the wall of China. The king of the beginning. Qin Shi Huang. What is your favorite entrance so far? I think Zeus' entrance beats everybody else's entrance. Or the spear or something? Where's his weapon? I don't see any weapon. He just has a shield on. A battle shield. That's it. The fact that is about to take the stage on, I'm looking forward to. Oh, Poseidon's trident. Oh, he took it. He added it on his own. Yo, that just amplified his weapon of choice. If it was 10 times strong before, this has made it 100 times stronger than before. I really don't sure who is gonna win this one, man. Hades, that's a powerful, well-known character. The fight just started, ladies and gentlemen. The first attack, he dodged it. Barely, though. And let's not forget, this guy, Singh, is blindfolded. And he's following Hades' moves so far. Ooh! One of them got him. This guy doesn't have a weapon of choice. His weapon of choice is just his shield. Hmm? He diverted it. Yo, he attacked him with his own spear. He touched it and channeled some type of chi through it, and he turned the weapon into a weapon. He turned the weapon into his own weapon. Yeah, I know it. It's a chi kind of thing. Okay, so I guess his attacks are going to be some type of a defensive attacks, not an offensive attack. He still has confidence as ever, which I don't understand at this point. That means he probably knows something that I do not know. Now let's go to the third episode. Oh boy, here they come again with those background information. The filler, not necessarily a filler, but backstory on each character. That's a lot of skulls. He threw him a clay figure. I thought he threw him a human being. I would have been like, what's going on? He actually gave it a taste. That's hilarious. He made him mad. They could have showed us how he defeated him. Oh, the battle lasted for 6 long years. 6 long days. So any energy, precise, no, any energy Hades throws at, every energy or any power Hades throws at Shing, he returns it using his own chi. He started laughing with him. I don't think Hades agrees with his ideology though. He might be laughing out of anger. What are we laughing about and you're laughing with him? He's talking about his brother, Poseidon. Hades is setting up an attack now. Is he about to launch that spear at Hong? Is he about to throw a javelin or something? Ooh, it's actually a hammerhead. You blocked it. You blocked it using his chi. He's deflecting the damage. He's holding his own. Ooh! Now, if this chi guy survived this attack, I don't think this will continue to be a good idea for him. The longer this fight goes on, because I'm not sure how much his body can withstand to receive attack and be able to decipher it this way, you see? He's continuously get damage thrown at him or power pressure thrown at him. How long is he gonna keep this up? Ooh! He's about to. He untied himself. Is he blind or something? I don't think he's blind. He gets up with a smile on his face. Qin Shi Huang is dodging it like how do I put it? Like Goku. Or using sort of instant transmission or something. I don't know. But again, he's bringing it down like I'm. Ooh! The longer this fight goes, I don't think it's going to be in the favor of Qin Shi Huang. It's not gonna go in his favor because he continues to receive a devastating attacks. How long is he gonna keep this up? Ooh! That's a punch! That's a punch! That's a punch! Wait, I thought he that blow or that wind is a punch. Ooh! Sweet! He follows up with another attack. Man, he dodged that thrust. Interesting. It's almost like Hades is feeling the effect or got a taste of his own power on his own self. Yeah, he blew that wind again. Ooh, it landed. It landed. Ooh, ooh, sweet. Oh, it's more of a. Wait, why do I feel like every attack Qin Shi Huang? Ooh, look at the dent. Every attack he delivers is very accurate and precise. I'm not sure if he's looking forward to hit Hades around his nerves to finally paralyze him. or to hit him to a point where Hades can no longer move. I'm not sure if that's a strategy, but that's what I'm saying. That air hitting him must have been something. He can see his wind dwelling within Hades. I think he's planning something for a long haul. See, that's what I said. Hmm. So when each time he blows that air, it disrupts Hades' movement a little bit. And he's able to counter it swiftly, unlike before. But now that Hades knows exactly what he's doing, will he be able to continue to do it? Is he going to be able to land another solid blow? That's a good question. Hmm. What the hell is going on now? Huh? The same damage Hades took on, he himself has taken on the same effects and damage. I don't understand. Yo, 450,000. Why do I feel like I'm watching Kingdom? I gotta get back to that show, man. I haven't watched it in a long time. I am so far back right now on Kingdom, I don't even know. It feels like Kingdom anime for some reason. Even the blue armor, the blue gear, and the animation kind of resembles Kingdom. Who is this chick? All right, episode 4. The backstory is about to take on 2 episodes, guys. It's about to take. And you guys notice the nicer he is, the more they hate him. Damn, they hate this boy. They really hate him. Now you guys know this can easily turn a kid into a supervillain based on the amount of hate he's getting from his own people. But every time he repays it with kindness. What's that? Oh, so this has been going on with him for a while. Damn. Can you guys just imagine how much scars are on his body now as an adult? I'm not sure about that. Their hate is very, very tensed. But, I mean, it looks like he's just being him. Oh, he wasn't even the one that heard those people. Oh, that was when he got that scarf to cover his eyes. Hmm. I feel like as a kid coming in like this, I don't think it's going to be very comfortable for this kid to come back around this time. I like how as she lies, you see blood, the pile of blood is continuously growing. Oh, he closed his eyes. Oh, he opened it again. I thought he was gonna fight Hades by closing his eyes so that he doesn't have to take on the pain Hades has taken on. Crash Ares. It's almost like Zeus versus Adam's fight. It's almost like we're reliving that fight again, almost. No, Hades is starting to deflect those wind blows or air blitz. Ooh! A kick! Ooh! Oh, you need him. And follows up with another strike. He hit him again with those bullets, air bullets. Mm. He comes with a kick of his own. Sweet! Ooh. His kick actually pushed Hades back. Now is a standoff. Damn. We're going to the fifth episode, guys. Are you kidding me? And this is the first fight of the season. The first fight of the season is still ongoing. What is going on here? What is this guy cooking? He's cooking up a monster. He reminds me of a Tokyo Gold character. Hui! He's trying to create something that can kill him? Oh, he's definitely a loner. He's definitely a loner, for sure. The eldest and the strongest? What does that mean? He's stronger than Zeus? But Zeus looks so old, like a grandpa or something. I guess Zeus looks like that because he wanted to, but Hades is the oldest and the strongest? But why do I feel like Zeus fight versus Adam's fight is just it still rumbles in my head as the best fight thus far? Here he comes again. He attacked himself so that the attack will is attacking himself to inflict the same pain on Shin. It looks like that air is no longer taking a good effect. He turned his own blood into a weapon. Well, it makes sense. He's the king of the underworld or something. He's making his own weapon 20 times or 50 times stronger. His ultimate technique. Is this going to be his last fight? His last attack? Woo! Yo! He connected with that. He literally connected with that. I think he took his right eye out. Hades. This That's young Zeus. He's as calm and as calculated as ever. Damn, he took him on all by himself. Why is Aries such a bitch? Why is he such a bitch on this show? Like, why is he such a weasel? Just, I don't know, man. Oh, I thought he took his eye out. I thought he took his eye out. I guess he redirected it again. The shield has given out. Oh, a part of the shield has given up. Oh man, he is actually hurt pretty bad. Finally, he got a weapon. And as you guys notice, he has lost that shield he had on his body. It has transformed into a sword. I guess this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The last attack between these two. Here he comes again. Here he comes. Ooh! Yo! Sonny! He literally split him into two. He's getting up. He's getting up. He is done for. He is done for, though. Okay. And then we continue to the next episode, episode 6. Man, he took his left arm out. A good chunk of his left arm and then some. Here he comes again. Ken is not gonna survive this one, man. I guess this is it, guys. As we now know, one of these weapons are going to give out. Ooh! One of these weapons are gonna give out at some point. They can't hold it. Ooh! He broke through Hades' weapon. Ooh! Yo. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting him to win. at that in that critical state. Yo, I was not expecting that. I did not expect that in any way, shape, or form. I thought that he was gonna lose. So this means that humans are two up against the gods, if I'm not mistaken, because the last fight was Buddha and Papayas, which Buddha won. Now Shin won. So humans are leading 2-0 at this point. All mouths open. All mouths open, man. Yeah, man, that left me speechless for a little bit. The humans are winning right now, or let me say mankind is leading 2-0 at this point. The gods are going to be furious. I wonder who is fighting next. If the gods doesn't win the next round, that will make it through to 0 for mankind. Yeah, he pushed through with one arm while Hades was going in with two arms. Okay. He was able to spot the weakness of the spear. And that's what he's been doing. 2-0 for mankind. Why don't you get in and prove yourself, Hades? Sorry, Ares. Yep, that's an embarrassment. Back to back. What a battle, man. I thought he was a goner, to be honest. Because I didn't see any way Hades is gonna lose, but to my greatest surprise, what just happened? His metal arm, adamantium. Who budged in? Beelzebub. Does anyone know who this guy and what he's all about in mythology of things? Beelzebub? I think I've heard that name before, actually. Isn't he a demon? Beelzebub, if I'm not mistaken. This is interesting. All right, who is fighting next? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop it here for tonight. I'll try and see if I can be able to come live again tomorrow and watch the next fight. Be that as it may, it's quite an interesting battle. Certainly, I thought Hades is going to win it just simply because of his name, what he's done in the Greek mythology, his well known deity. And this guy who I've never heard of, the king of all king or whatever, um, happens to have a backstory of his own that I would say is not equivalent as really as is not as interesting, if I would say, as Hades to some degree, but this guy named Shin did have some interesting backstory from gruesome beginning to make himself one of the kings of all kings in the human realm. So I guess somehow, some way, he edified his place, and due to his skill and ability, it goes to show that when it comes to battle, when you know the weak points of human being, like when you know human dynamic or human autonomy, or let me say human uh, diagram, if you know human weakness, not necessarily weakness, but cheese, when you understand cheese, not cheese as in cheese, but when you understand the chi of human and how it works, even if you're twice a person's size, even if you weigh 300 pounds full of pure muscle, and someone that weighs 200 pounds, if you understand how chi works, how to block your chi and to open your chi, or to block a certain factor of your joints and muscles, all he needs is a good precise attack. And when that attack is hit, the fight is done, you know? So, and that's where martial art comes in. That's where learning specific type of martial art comes in. And as you can see, the whole fight premises of these two pertains to Hades has the stronger punch of power strikes. Qin Huang has the strongest defense mechanism in terms of he's able to counter every blow, most of the blow Hades has thrown at him. And again, he got something so important that you have to be eloquent and sophisticated fighter. You have to have an echelon of fighting ability and martial arts skills for you to be able to have such an ability to be able to use a wind bullet or a wind dust to detect your enemy's weak point. We've seen that throughout this battle. If it wasn't for that, I don't think that this Shin Wan would have been able to defeat Hades, due to the fact that he's able to use his dust blow to use it to pinpoint the weak point of either any weapon that is alive or any human being itself. As you can see, each time he uses it on Poseidon, no, sorry, not Poseidon, on Hades, he literally negate Hades' ability or somehow divert it, you know. And also, each time that dust blew on Hades, he's able to demoralize his attack, right? And in the end, Hades imbued his blood on the weapon, on his weapon of choice, making that weapon a living weapon. And as we can see, Wong using his ability once again, blowing it on the edges of Hades' weapon of choice. He was able to pinpoint exactly where the weak point is, and he used it efficiently. And for the fact that he's been blowing that dust on Hades for quite some time now, he's able to see all the weak points. So that final blow on Hades, it's not just the fact that he just cut him. No, he knew exactly where to hit. He knew exactly the pinpoint areas to hit so that Hades will be defeated for good. And it worked. It worked. So it's now 2-0. The humankind are leading as it stands, and the gods are mad. They're living. They are literally on bloodlust right now, trying to ease their feelings by maybe killing somebody. The next fight is going to be interesting because this is an embarrassment to the gods at this point. I'm not sure, due to the fact that this name, Babazab or whatever it's called, is fighting next. It's going to be a hideous fight because he's calm, calculated. He doesn't blow his steam just like every other gods. He's just calm and calculated. He's always composed. Those ones are normally the most dangerous ones sometimes. So I'm going to see how this fight is going to play. On that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. See you in the next video.